Ross Gerber just got destroyed by Stephen Mark Ryan on Twitter. It all started when Alexandra posted how much Tesla stock the directors on Tesla's board have. Because Tesla stock went up so much in the last 5 years, they own an incredible amount of Tesla stock. Many of them own hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Tesla stock. Ross says, ever see a board of directors get paid this much? To which Steven replies, ever see a company execute this well? Ross got totally annihilated here. I think we might need some cold water to apply to that burn, or I hear ice also works pretty well. Even Farzad joined this conversation and said Ross's stakes have been so bad as of late, I wonder who he has hired for his marketing. Look at this poll. Only 3.5% of the people would vote for Ross. There is so much more Tesla stock news today. Let's get through everything. Steven tweeted, community notes for the win again. Hybrids are not electric vehicles. They are internal combustion engine vehicles with a vibrator-sized battery. This is about this. BYD sold more EVs than Tesla in 2022. Income skyrockets over 400%. And then the community notes corrected this. It says, although BYD outsold Tesla in overall vehicles, the claim it sold more EVs is false. In the linked article, it states BYD sold an impressive 1.86 million EVs and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. This article claims BYD trails Tesla by 400,000 units. The only question I really have here is, the hybrid batteries, they are relatively small to EV batteries, but they are still relatively large. So I'm not sure what kind of women Steven is talking about here. I hope he is not talking from experience. Anyway, big shout out to Steven for calling out Ross Gerber here. This is actually huge news. Elon revealed a few days ago that FSD Beta customers are collectively driving over 1 million miles per day now. That means in the next 130 days, Tesla will have doubled its cumulative miles. And then after that, we will probably see another doubling in roughly the same period of time. And it's probably over 130 million miles now, because when exactly was that data put in that report? We don't know exactly, but this is clearly exponential growth. Speaking of growth, I think JB Straubel would be a great Tesla CEO if Elon ever steps down. I mean, he co-founded Tesla together with Elon Musk, and he's an entrepreneur at heart. Another reason why JB Straubel joining Tesla's board is good news is because Ross is actually happy with this outcome. Although in terms of getting paid much, it's definitely not going to be Ross in this case. And we also have quite a few people thinking that JB could potentially succeed Elon Musk as CEO if Elon was ever to step down as CEO. This, though, is going to be a little bit funny. Ross said, all falling into place as hoped. Some great Tesla news today. Very pleased. And this is about Tom Zhu being recognized as one of the 4 key executive officers at Tesla. Of course, we are all very happy with that. But the reason why I say this is a little bit funny, look at the time when it was tweeted, 7:33 p.m. Pacific time. And when did we learn about Tesla's most recent price cuts? About an hour later. We know Ross does not like the price cuts at all. But you have to also realize, costs are dropping off a cliff. Look at this lithium price. Every single day, it just keeps going lower. If you look at this chart here, you will realize that the Model Y long range is still $4,000 above the low in 2021. This is not bad news. Dave says it's a great price that will bring in more buyers. And like James says, Tesla US price cuts are very minor. Imagine if $1,000 to $2,000 price adjustments were reported every time someone negotiates a better price at a dealership. The important news here is that the 4680 battery Model Y can now keep up with new orders and has been added to the configuration options right here. And then another absolutely crucial part that so many people are still forgetting is that Tesla is getting these battery credits directly to the company. This does not go to the consumer. This goes directly to Tesla, and they are roughly about $3,500 depending on the battery size of each vehicle. Every 4680 battery Model Y is going to get that credit, and we did not have these back here in 2021. Jeff is also actually quite a bit excited that Tesla must be crushing it on gross margins if they are able to lower MSRPs again while maintaining their promise of 20% gross margin. We'll find out what the margin number is very soon, on April 19th. We know Morgan Stanley thinks that Cybertruck is going to be a niche product, but there's counter evidence now. Based on minimal incremental news, this week Cybertruck search volume briefly surpassed Model Y volume, with interest concentrated in likely Cybertruck buying areas of the country. Cybertruck here is in red, and these are possibly areas where Cybertruck is going to be quite popular, the red areas. Tesla is definitely entering the Malaysian market. There have been Tesla job listings cited for positions in Kuala Lumpur. We also have news that one of the board members of Tesla is now going to try to be re-elected, and he will be replaced by JB Straubel. Tesla's next impact report will be published this month. We also got an update on related party transactions from the proxy statement yesterday, and the journalists will be happy to look at this nothing burger. There's nothing in here. If you ever meet anyone skeptical about the transition from the gas-powered vehicles to EVs, you have to show them this graph if they think it's never going to happen because EVs are just so much more expensive. Well, this is the price of lithium-ion batteries. From 1991 until 2018, they fell by 97%. It continues falling, and I believe the trend will continue for a long time. More news from Giga Berlin, which has presented a preliminary draft development plan for its site. Nothing major here, really. The planned expansion includes about 100 hectares of land. Giga Texas began deliveries officially a year ago, and now they are producing 4,000 Model Ys per week. Good job, Giga Texas, and Giga Berlin is right now doing a little bit better, producing 5,000 per week. So, Texas, can you catch up? Kathy Wood has a statement about Tesla's price cuts. Translating lower costs into lower prices accelerates the adoption of emerging technologies. Unfortunately, based on their experience with the mature ICE industry, many analysts conclude that lower prices are a sign of weakness, not the strength that Sam's analysis illustrates. This is 2021 global revenue share of all autos addressable by MSRP. And as you can see, Tesla right now can capture a whopping less than 10% of the whole market in the world. And somehow Tesla would be able to transition the whole world into the new economy of sustainable energy by keeping their prices high. Right? I am just so stunned when I see analysts saying, oh, this is bad. They just don't get Tesla long term. I understand why they think it's not great short term, but long term, this is what Tesla wants. Look at this FSD clip. This used to be my big complaint before. The vehicle would not move over to the right side if you had a huge truck like that coming. And this right here, would have been fine even if the vehicle did not move like that, but sometimes the roads are a little bit tight and there's still a lot of space and the car just doesn't move. Now it is starting to do that. I love that. And you will not believe this. Toyota's new CEO adjusts EV plans but sticks to a hybrid approach. That is not the shocking part. Although you could say maybe it is, but take a look at this. Toyota is committed to becoming carbon neutral, but by 2050. Tesla says a new yoke with improved materials will be available in July 2023. I do have people complaining about the yoke, mostly because there's no stocks on it and you have to change gears on the screen. It works 9 times out of 10, but that one time when you miss, it's quite annoying. We can see the message from Tesla here. Feel free to read if you would like. There's nothing much really here. We can only speculate what kind of changes will be made. We just know new materials will be added to the yoke, but how exactly would that make the yoke look like? Well, my guess is probably it will be similar to the one that we saw in the Cybertruck. That is certainly a welcome change, I think. And this is the Tesla stock buying opportunity explained by Elon Musk. My name is Matt Posius. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.